Hey, hey, hey.
This is your recap Auntie. Hey y'all. Hey, this is Shaw. Welcome to my channel. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming by. You are here to enjoy a full recap of episode number 133 of What Honey Beyond the Gates. Yes, Beyond the Gates. Hey, baby. Yes, we is here to talk about what happened on Friday's episode of Beyond the Gates. This past week was a pretty decent episode. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen on this coming week because why? I'm on vacation, baby. So I can watch it live and maybe do an earlier recap. I don't know, except for Thursday. I have two more shows to do, y'all. Two more shows, and then I'll be caught up. I'll be cool. I'll be back to my regular scheduled cussing program, okay? All right, but in the meantime, in between time, let's go ahead and get started on this episode to see what the fuck they talking about. Come on, y'all, open this fucking gate so we can get up in there so y'all can entertain us. The rascals have been waiting, baby. Let go. We are back at Orphy Jean's, honey, with that old crazy ass Doug talking to Randy. So did Randy sit there the whole time while Doug went over to talk to Bill and came back? Randy, where was you? Anyway, Randy is sitting there and Doug's like, remember I told you that there was a way that I could stick it to Joey for money laundering while keeping Vanessa out of it? And Randy was like, nigga, and remember I told your ass that it was above my pay grade. Do you remember that shit? Hmm? Do you? But your ass is talking about that you want to pull out the big pew pews. Pow pows, baby. My ace, he says. My ace, baby, is ready to play. That's what Doug said. Well, we are back at Uptown. I remember Bill has sat down and said he wanted to talk to Joey without Vanessa's ass being there, and Joey's old cocky ass. Well, if you haven't forgotten, Vanessa and I are partners. Yeah. Bill was like, look, no fucking disrespect, but what we need to talk about right now goes way beyond selling fucking houses, okay? You have no idea, Bill Hamilton, just how deep my business interests go. That's what Vanessa tells Bill. Girl, you gonna look so good in orange, honey. Joy with his old cocky talking about might as well settle in, buddy. She ain't going nowhere. Bill asked Vanessa. So, how is the real estate business? Great. We're cleaning up. Joey just laughs like that's the most funniest shit in the world. Bill don't think that shit is funny at all. Let me switch my screens around. I don't know why I put the show screen on the right screen and my audio on the left, knowing it's backwards. Let me go and fix this so I won't be so late clicking back. Bill still ain't say shit. She's like, well, I guess if I don't hightail it out of here, you two will just simply bore me to death. Yeah. Yeah, girl, because Bill ain't saying shit while you sitting there, bitch. And Joy was like, I think that's likely. Or you could include me on what's really going on. You'd know I've never tell, Vanessa says. Okay, so we're at the country club, and we see the Duprees are at their table, and Leslie is there drinking her fruity alcoholic drink, turning around looking at them. Leslie makes my teeth itch. She really does. So we see loud ass Eva there with her ponytail and her baby hairs. Okay, Eva, I see you. Eva sits down and tells her mammy at the bar, I need to talk to you about something. What about, baby girl? Leslie says. Well, it's a question, really, Eva says. Well, ask away. You know your mama is well of wisdom, waiting to help you with any of your life issues. Mama, this is about your issues. Excusez-moi. I mean, what do you expect from Tad when you've basically schemed your way into his bed? Child, we're back at the Dupree table, honey. And so Anita was like, do they serve acid here? Vernon was like, are you not feeling well, my love? The fact that malicious, conniving woman can just sit her ass over there drinking, acting like she doesn't have a care in the world, just fucking nauseates me. She should not be at our club. Vernon was like, honey, somehow I think you can handle that. And he was like, honey, oh no, I'm not worried for me. It's untenable that Nicole has to trip over that woman who ruined her life every time she comes here for a meal or a game of tennis. Especially now that Leslie and Ted might be sleeping together again. How did she know that? Oh, that's right, because of the tie. Okay, because I was like, I don't remember Leslie telling. Okay, because of the necktie. Did I miss any episodes? I don't think I did. No. Okay. Vernon was like, wait a minute, you think that's what's going on? Anita says, that's what Leslie wants Nicole to think. Yeah, the tie, the necktie. Nicole did pick up the tie because we see her at her house and she's holding on to Ted's tie, and she goes back to the memory of when Leslie gave her. Can you please do me a favor and give this to my Teddy Weddy if you see him, if you happen to see him? And she threw the tie on the damn table. That's a lot of teas. And honey, on her phone, she got his picture on her phone. Ted Richardson, baby. I saw somebody on the damn on one of the damn Facebook groups on Beyond the Gates. I'll sneak in there every time now and then just to see what people are talking about. And somebody said, "Who has their husband in their phone with his full first and last name?" For you got some, most of us got our nickname or for our significant other. I have mine as Big Sir because that's what I call him. I call him Sir. That's not his name, of course, but I have him in my phone as Big Sir. Where do you guys have your significant others' names? I mean, if it's too personal, you ain't got to tell me. Other than their name, like their actual name, I don't want to have their birth name or nothing like that. Do you have your lover, or your partner, or your husband or wife or spouse? Do you have their nickname listed on the phone? I would love to know that. Let me know that in the comments below. All right, back to the show. Child, Danny and damn Andre is somewhere else, honey, having another drink. So Danny, I love that jean outfit that Danny has on. She's like, yeah, having a meal was a great idea. He was like, oh yeah, yeah, less danger of monumental hangovers. Like, yeah, could have soak up all of that. Now he has on like what, some gambling. I tell you, when they dress up Andre be looking like he's like always, it's like a party. He's like a walking party. And I know Sir James. Sir James, what do you think about this outfit? I would love to know, what do you think about Andre's outfit? Because I know you said that because he looks short and it's interesting, the clothes. But he's always has a party shirt on, a party sweater, a party shirt. It's like very gigolo-ish. So it looks like they're at the airport, I'm going to assume. So they're going to have they just went on and got their things packed. And so they're waiting in the lounge to have their drinks and stuff. That's what it looks like before I press play. So Andre comes back and tells her, like, look, we have good news and we have bad news, honey. Which one do you want first? She says, well, that's easy. My daughter was just held captive by a psychotic stalker bitch. I will take the good news first. Good news first. Wait. Let me guess. Bill and Haley are getting a divorce. He says, no, they're still married as far as I know. And Ashley and Derek will definitely be soon too. What is that they're drinking with the lemon? Are those lemon drops, y'all? I love me a good lemon drop. Oh my God. And a Malibu pineapple. Yes, sir. Danny was like, you're almost fling, getting another man's bling. She says, I'm joking, nigga. Okay, what's the good news? It looked like she had a tan. Like Danny, she looks a little darker. I don't know if she maybe went to the beach or she just recorded this when she got back from vacay, but her arms are lighter than like her chest and face, and she looks like she's very tanned. I like it. Okay, so I am right. They are at the airport. He says the good news is that the private jet is ready, boo, and we are ready to go. It's all fueled up, baby. She's like, great. I am so ready to blow this one note fucking town. What's the bad news? Well, the bad news is that there are thunderstorms in the area. So the pilot says that we can't take off until they pass. You mean we're stuck in this tiny airport bar? Danny says. He says, yep, until further notice. Let me take a picture of his rolling eyeballs in his head. I know those actors and actresses, they be like, we ain't inviting Shard to this damn show because I swear she catches the most unflattering pictures, and I do. And Danny was like, well, I can work with that. I mean, you still haven't told me where we're going, lover boy. He was like, okay, cool. What if I write down 2 locations on these cocktail napkins? So she puts her fingers up to her face, like, oh, me, surprise me, Andre. So she covers her eyes, and he's writing down 2 locations. He says, to my left, we have place A. To my right, place B. Choose. She says, so she's thinking real hard, trying to determine which place should I choose. That must be nice, y'all, to have a private jet. That's the first fucking thing. Early in the night, we was just in the country club, chalking and cracking it up, chopping it up. We go change clothes, and now we get ready to go somewhere. Just out the blue, girl. I love shit like that. I like to plan, like I said in my video before. But I like to just like, you ready? Let's go, baby. I'm ready. She says, all right, nigga, let's go with A. He flips the shit and he says, Vegas, baby. She said, Las Vegas. He says, yeah, well, I haven't really been there in a while, but let's do it. There's tons to do. He was like, yeah, it's like a whole global adventure. We can do any and everything in the same city. Talking the Eiffel Tower, the Mob Museum, Cirque du Soleil. Yeah, you could do it all, Andre. All of it, boo. All of it. I think I might want to go there next year I'll be 55 next year. I might try to go back there and just be grown. I took my son for his 21st birthday 2 years ago, but this time I just want to probably go with my man. Like, baby, let's go. You ready? Let's bring in the new year, baby. Let's go. Yeah, I might just do that. Just go to Vegas just to go when it's not so hot. When I went, me and my son went, y'all, it was like 123 degrees. And thank God we stayed across the street from the mall. It was horrible. We saw like dust storms in the middle of the streets. Like the dust would be like little cyclones. I was like, oh my God, are we gonna die? We're gonna melt. God dog it. It was hot as hell. He says we can cruise the ship in a giant shopping cart, Andre says. We could take photos of the Grand Canyon and fit in a show. She was like, too bad Usher is still not in residence there. He was like, yeah, I bet your ass would like feeding him cherries. Yeah. Yeah, why not, nigga? Yeah, I would have been there too. She says, it's Usher, baby. Nigga, if he walked on that set, man, I would have. I went to his show. When did me and my friend went? We went last year. Last year? Yeah, a year ago. In Atlanta. It was the best show. I just wish we had better seats. But his show, when he did his tour, fantastic. Such a fantastic performer. So he was like, Vegas it is. So he was about to throw away the other napkin that had choice B. So he's about to throw it away. She said, mm-mm. He was like, what? She said, show me that cocktail napkin. He was like, she said, no, just show it to me, okay? That trifling ass nigga. He wrote choice A and B to be Vegas for both. Wow, Andre, you trash, nigga. You is trash. You wanted to go to Vegas no matter what. She was like, I knew it, Andre Richardson. You cannot fool me. You cannot fool me. He wrote Vegas on all the fucking napkins. Talking about choice A and choice fucking B. He was like, look, it's closer than Dubai or damn Lagos. She's like, I thought you was in taking chances. I thought that was the theme today, nigga. He was like, you want to throw some dice? She's like, in the words of Ursha, yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. He was like, okay, cool. Let's go. Let's go. She said, yes, nigga, let's go blow off some fucking steam. This bitch almost tripped over. He said, okay, let's go. Let's do it hangover style. She said, whoa, wait. He had to catch her. Ooh, they finna have a good time. I feel it, honey. We're gonna be right there with their ass. We're back at the country club, and so Anita says, "You know what? I have to almost give that fucking woman credit for making an end run around us." Oh, poor Anita. She sounds so congested in this episode. Did she? Did y'all see it? Who in the board wouldn't make an offer for a brand new sports center? She sounds so congested. Oh, Anita, go blow your nose, girl. She's like, well, who on this earth would not accept an offer for a brand new sports center? Yeah, nobody would turn that shit down. That shit is called work in the system, she says. Oh, she sounds sick. Poor baby. Vernon says, it's nothing that scheming fucking woman won't do. Y'all, I just feel that Vernon is that girl's pappy. Child, if Leslie is Vernon's father, I'm sorry. Look, y'all hear what I just said? That would be hard. If Vernon is Leslie's pappy, child. Back at the bar, Leslie, there was no scheming involved. I told you. Ted seduced me. No, he didn't, bitch. We had a connection. And by the way, you need to be more careful what you ask to know, because your delicate sensibilities might not be able to handle the answers. A lot of people are very disappointed when it comes to Leslie. A lot of women. A lot of men love her acting because she's beautiful and she's conniving and sneaky, and she uses her sexual prowesses to get what she wants, and she's rich, and they would be with her. She got an ass on her body, she's sexy. But a lot of women are very, very disappointed in her character. At least I saw it. I'm gonna have to look at the video, but I saw somebody talking about it. Um Everybody feels like she could be better, she can do better. With her to have had such a poor life, um you really want to pay this woman back, and this woman that didn't do nothing. It was more Ted who did that shit to her. He was the one who lied. He was the one who pretended that he was going to leave his family for her, and she has all of this fucking vendetta against Nicole, and Nicole didn't do nothing to her. I mean, before the choking. But yeah, a lot of people are not too pleased with her character. I hope that in season 2 they do make her a little bit more smarter, and take her sights off of the Dupree family, because she can never beat them. She's smart. She works ahead. But that's why Bill says y'all need that type of person. She's not gonna be good with her money, but she's street smart. So she's gonna always think ahead. And hopefully, I don't want her to lose a lot, but she will wind up losing. And hopefully a man can come and really steer her and put her in the right direction, so she can really see her worth and stop wasting her time trying to be with Ted. That's what I hope. Eva says, I'm an adult mama. So then I, Leslie, will be frank, Eva. Ted and I were we were explosive together from the beginning. And Eva looks like she want to throw up. Her baby hairs and her big earrings, honey, look like she wants to throw the fuck up. And no, ew, she says. No, 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 honey. You want to know? Our physical connection was like something out of this world. Something that prim proper Nicole couldn't touch in a million or 10 million years. See, she's always in competition with Nicole. You never win when you're always thinking that you're in competition with somebody other than yourself, girl. Never. Okay. Eva was like, look, okay, I was hoping that you would say that you realized for Tad that it was a drunken moment, not a commitment, mama. You do realize that, don't you? I mean, okay, I did have some time to really think about everything that happened between me and my Teddy. And I know he has to say certain things to keep up appearances, but, well, I know him. That night, Eva, it was our new beginning. And soon he will realize that and stop treating us like we have some deep, dark secret. You'll see. All right, baby, we are at Uptown with Bill and the gangster and the Barbie. So Bill says, sounds like you're hoarding some deep, dark secrets there. So Vanessa was like, okay, well, this sounds like a waste of time, isn't it? And Bill's like, yeah. She's like, fine. The microphones in this particular set, y'all are working at. I don't know where those microphones are, baby. When Bill is talking, I can feel the vibrations of his voice going through my body. So whatever y'all are doing, yeah, keep it up. The microphones really suck at the red door. I don't know what type of microphones y'all be using. And in Ted's hotel room, the microphones are really light. Definitely at the red door, they suck. But yeah, whatever you're doing at Uptown, y'all are doing it. That bitch kisses Joey right there in front of Bill. She says, fine. I will see you two around. She don't give a fuck. So she skedaddles and taps the table, and Bill, he always looks out into the camera. I don't know why he does that. He tells Joey, because Joey watches her leave. He was like, well, she sure is a live wire. That's what Bill says. He's always looking out in the camera. Hey, Joey says, can we leave her out of this, right? Bill says, apparently not. Her husband is a piece of work, too. You and Doug close, Joey says. Bill was like, nah, not at all. But he did drop by my house earlier, seeing if I could help his ass out with something. Joey, the good doctor, always in the need of a favor. Bill was like, don't you want to know what he needs help with? Joey says, enlighten me, Bill. Bill says, taking your ass down. Joey says, Bill was like, wait a minute, you don't seem surprised. Joy was like, well, it ain't much that man can do that would surprise me. Except maybe learning to actually keep his fucking mouth shut. So, And so Bill is looking like real awkward. And he was like, wait a minute. So what else did the good doctor tell you? Back at Orphy Jean's, Doug is telling Randy, I told him that Joey was money laundering and that he was fucking my wife. Randy said, anything else, nigga? Oh, I just told that Joey had ordered you to kill that guy. God, he was talking too fucking much. Randy was like, nigga, tell me that you didn't actually tell him that. And did you give him my fucking name? Relax. I've known Bill since college. He's not gonna fuck me over. Only good can come from this. Randy was like, nigga, what if you're wrong, Doug? What if you're dead wrong, huh? Then what? What then, nigga? Dougie, why are you so suspicious of a reputable lawyer? You dumb. It's like everybody knows that Bill ain't fucking reputable. Fuck you been hiding. Then he goes on and says, do you even know Bill Hamilton? Randy says, look, it ain't like we run in the same circles. Keep talking. Keep talking. Then Dougie was like, well, what's the issue? Randy says, look, it's for his fucking connection with Joey. I know the guy. If he would have had connections with Joey, he would have brought up client confidentiality as soon as I brought up Joey's name to warn me off. Randy was like, or maybe not, nigga, because he might be trying to plan on throwing your ass under the bus. Back at Uptown, Bill tells Joey, oh baby, he laid it all out. Said that you funnel money through the club and all of your other fucking ventures to Vanessa. She mixes it with the sales from her real estate business and essentially cleaning money for you. Oh, and then there's the whole incident at the park too. Joey says, oh wait a minute, so Doug McBride told you all that shit. He says, yeah, the way he talking about it, Bill says, that seemed like the least of his fucking worries. And then so he says, yeah, Randy's ass. Joey says, I should have shut his ass up when I had the chance. He said, look, Bill says, Doug is coming after your ass for laundering the money through that cash, but your involvement in the park murder, Nick, that's way too difficult. He has no footing there, and Joey's like, but he's seen the doctored books. He could do some real fucking harm to my operation. Still, I just can't believe that he'd try it. Bill says, why the fuck not? He said, you said it. It's Vanessa's business. He would be implicating his own wife. Bill says, I'd be willing to bet that all that talk about him protecting Vanessa is a bunch of pure bullshit. And judging by that fucking kiss that she just laid on your ass, she's clearly finding company in your bed. And both of y'all ain't trying to make no fucking attempts at hiding it at all. So, what's Doug got to lose? Oh, she's getting on my nerves. I don't know if I'm back at the country club and Leslie's. Oh, I want to yell it from the rooftops. Girl, I think that she would give up all of her riches for Ted. That's how much she's pussy whipped. It ain't him, it's her. It's just, I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed. I just don't like this angle. Every time I'm seeing her on the screen, you remember I used to love her. Like earlier in the season, oh my God, I was like, Trisha, girl, you better do that. I'm just now, I just cannot stand the fact of her being so naive that she thinks that one session with him was like, oh, we back together. We're committed. What? You're that dumb? Girl, I'm just, and how he allowed himself to become that vulnerable to fuck her. I just, it's just so disappointing. So disappointing. Eva's like, Mama, could you please keep your voice down? What? She was like, mm-mm. And then Ava was like, look, Mama, Ted's ass is fixated on getting back with Nicole. He don't want you. He want the light skin. I mean, his wife, in case your ass forgot. The woman that he actually really does love. His wife, in case you fucking forgot. The woman that he really does love. You know what? Nikki don't want to have nothing to do with that man, okay? And once he gets that thought through his thick, but hot, sexy skull, then he will come right back where he belongs. 30 years, girl. It's been 30 years. 30 fucking years. Right here to Mama. Now, I've waited long enough, but I don't mind. I can wait a little bit longer. And what if Ty doesn't come back where he belongs, Eva says. You keep that negative talk away from here, from God's universe, all right, honey? What's wrong with you? Okay, but it's like a real possibility, and that's what worries me, mama. That you're delusional. She tried to sip her little umbrella drink. Leslie was like, I'm sorry, Delulu, what? Mama, I love you. But it's very delusional to believe that Tad is dying to have a deep, e- explosive relationship with you. And that's what I'm afraid of. That it won't happen and then you'll go off on everyone and everything like always. I mean, what do you even care, Miss Pessimism? Because whatever half-baked ideas you got, mama, once they're fucking in motion, they always blow back on me. Right, because they should. They definitely should go right back on your ass. Definitely. You right, Eva. You're absolutely damn right. I mean, okay, I'm actually started to build a life here. So please, let's get a grip and let's get the fuck out of here. Nah, I think I'll stay here and enjoy my exclusive membership here at the country club. I mean, mama, you're just trying to rub it in everyone's faces. She right, because if the Duprees were not sitting over there, she would have gotten her ass up. If they were not sitting over there, she would have gotten up and left. Tim, let me tell you something. If you are intimidated by those people, she's pointing back there at the Duprees, then let me tell you what, baby girl, you go head on, okay? Go on. Cluck, cluck, boing, boing, boing. She's so embarrassing. Oh, God. Why you can't bless me with that kind of money? I promise you, God. I promise you, universe. I promise you I would never do that. Buck, 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 buck. Stop it. Okay, really, go on, little chicken. Go ahead. Buck, buck. Buck, buck. Eva gets up. Back across the other room at the other table, at the Dupree's table, Vernon says, Nicole, the Nicole situation worries me. Anita was like, yeah, she's hard to read. And Vernon's like, yeah, with Danny, everything she feels or thinks, it's right out there for the world to behold. But Nicole, she's always kept her pain very close. That can backfire. You better say that, Vernon. Anita says, I know. That's why I've been encouraging her to express her feelings, whatever they are. She's so good with other people. But when it comes to anything involving her or her children, yeah, I'm sounding like that, I'm punching my nose because she sounds so congested. Vernon says, what did they say? Physician, heal thyself. He says, I'm so glad, honey bunny, that you are on top of this. Please just let me know if there's anything you need from me. I know, she says. Speaking of Daddy, she seems to be off the grid. I've called her and texted her, and I haven't heard back. He says he'll go out to the reception desk to see if he can get her. Lord, we already see what's going to happen. He leaves Leslie sits her ass down. Her movements are so predictable. For some reason, I knew that her not being at the country club wasn't going to work, but I didn't know how she was going to do that. You have to think like her. She's so predictable. Like I said, man, I know y'all like stop complaining about her, but she's so good. She's such a great actress. I just wish that she had a family. I think that she's gonna be Vernon's daughter. It has to work out that way. But she's gonna want. I don't even know if she's capable of wanting love from her father. The only person she wants love from is Ted. That's it. She don't even want love from Vernon. She just wants it from Ted. He says, you know how I always hate using phones in the dining room. You shouldn't. That's right, Vernon. So Anita says, thank you, dear. I'm trying to talk with that damn pinched nose with the deep, but I do. Most of my Anita voices are in my chest. But hers is very much in her nose. Vernon talk about Danny is probably somewhere getting some much needed rest. Okay, whatever. I hope that's all it is, Anita says. Now, okay. They are at the airport, right? So the waiter brought them 2 drinks. It has this lemon thing in there. To me, it looks like this. They only showed the guy, the waiter, from his nose up. To me, it looks like the same bartender that be at the country club. It looked like him. I'm not gonna roll back. If y'all let me know, did the guy who bought them the drinks at the airport place? Is that the same guy that's the bartender at the country club? Because I swear it looked like him. They made sure they didn't show his whole face. They only showed from his nose up. But I swear it looks like that dude. Looks like that baby. So let's see what Danny and Andre is talking about. So Danny asks Andre, so how the fuck are we gonna misbehave in Sin City? Andre said gambling and strip shows. Gambling, overeating, yeah, gambling, getting hitched, gambling. So he starts to drink. She said, excuse me, say what? He was like, oh, you talking about the calories, baby? Oh, hey, baby, I know how to work that off, baby. Danny was like, hitched? He was like, what? He said, you said you wanted to misbehave. She said, oh, genius. All of Femont Crest will lose their fucking minds if we post a picture of us kissing at a wedding chapel. Ooh, that would be a mess. Ooh. Andre was like, it's like you're heading down a trail of life and on a certain path, and then Danny says boom. Life goes boom. And I remember they go boom. Y'all, I already told you I do a boom, honey. Boom, boom, boom. He says we go fucking boom. She says, how did we get here, Andre? And so we go do a flashback of how they got first started hooking up. This was episode number 1, I think. No later than 2. He looked like a little boy. Oh, look at Andre. So they clink glasses, and we see Nicole at her house, and we hear the door slam, and she has the tie in her hand, and so she says, it's about time. So, oh, so it's Vanessa. I came as soon as I got your text. Is this about the Jarvis's house? Honey, there was nothing I could do, bestie. Leslie doubled her offer. The Jarvises could hardly refuse, and Nicole is just looking at her like Vanessa just ran in there just spilling all the tea, honey. She could barely swim in it. Nicole cuts her off. She says, Vanessa, girl, I am not pissed at you, but I am pissed at Leslie. Damn, Vanessa Tomo. Well, of course you are. That bitch had the audacity to buy the house directly across the street from your parents. Nicole was like, girl, this has nothing to do with the house, honey. She had the audacity to sleep with my husband again. Back at Uptown, Joey tells Bill, I doubt that Doug is, really, really thrilled that I'm keeping company with his wife. Look, she told me that they had an understanding. But whatever the reason is, he still loves her and vice versa. So Bill was like, so you really don't think that he will hang her out to dry? Joey was like, more than likely he'll try to prove that I washed the money without her knowing about it. Can you imagine trying to put anything over on Vanessa? Bill was like, shit, I don't know her ass like that. She's friends with my ex-wife, and my current wife used to find her that house that we're in now. So, but I don't know her ass like that. That's all I know about her ass, he said. But I do know that she's a fucking shark when it comes to real estate, though. Joey just smiled into my man. She's a shark, period. Bill was like, damn, you care about her, don't you? Joey was like, she's good in bed. And Bill was like, yeah, most crazy women are. Is that true, men? Joey took offense to that shit. He was like, Vanessa ain't crazy. Bill was like, nigga, I mean, come on, man. It was a joke. Take it easy. It's just a fucking joke. But that does answer my question, Bill says. You care. Be careful, Joey. It ain't fucking safe to swim with sharks, nigga. Even if they're as pretty as Vanessa. Ooh. So we're back at Nicole's Sherwood Forest, and so Vanessa says, wait a minute, Leslie's sleeping with Ted? As in present tense? I mean, I knew they did the deed a long time ago, Vanessa says, and Nicole was like, girl, honestly, I'm not even sure, girl. Vanessa says, girl, I need details. So Nicole gives her the tie and says, she shoved this shit in my face. She said he left it after they, and it is definitely Ted's. It's one of the ones I bought him. Vanessa was like, I think that horrible, nasty woman is playing mind games with you, girl. Surely Ted has sense enough not to get back together with that woman after everything she's pulled. I would have thought so, Nicole says, but I would have also thought that Ted would have never lied to me for basically my entire fucking marriage. Vanessa says she probably picked that tie up at a store just to fuck with you, sis. Nicole was like, look, I would agree with you, girl, if it wasn't just for one thing. Ted's initials are on the fucking back of that tie. Damn. Vanessa says, what does that prove, girl? The shop could have monogrammed the back. Nicole was like, girl, Vanessa, duh. I had this exact tie made for Ted last Christmas. So again, Vanessa's trying to be the positive one. You don't suppose that Leslie snuck into Ted's room and somehow swiped it? Now I'm loving that skirt that Nicole has on, honey. It's hard to wear white. Cause if you got a lot of bumps and lumps and cellulite, baby, white is going to show it. I don't care how many damn undergarment superhero. That's what my boyfriend called when I have like a waist trainer or something to help smooth me out. He calls it a superhero outfit. No matter how many superhero outfits you wear with white, baby, it's going to show. So she's wearing that skirt. That skirt and top is so cute, and I love Vanessa's little cute little dress. Like I said, she's changed too. She is not the prim and proper, pretty Stepford wife when we first met her in episode 1. She is very mob wife. It's not that far fetched, girl. Her daughter does live at that same hotel. She probably used Eva to get access, and then Nicole was like, "Well, I suppose that's possible." Vanessa says, okay, well, listen, sis, can I ask you a question? My thing with Nicole is like, what was she expecting? You kept telling him that you didn't want him, and then you let your whole family pile on top of him in front of them. Um, you went out with Carlton, and he saw y'all together. So what did you think he was going to do? So yeah. Vanessa says, you're divorcing Ted, right? Oh, girl, yes. I served him the papers. Vanessa was like, well, girl, so why do you even care? So we're at the hotel with Ted, and he's looking at the divorce papers with their name all on it, and we hear and we all know who it is. Ted! I want to talk to you, Ted. A loud ass. You busy? He's like, no, no, no. Come on in. Come on in. Come on. Honestly, I'm surprised to see you here the way you stormed out yesterday. That's what Ted said. Well, I was angry when I found out that you slept with my mother, especially since I warned your ass. How'd she take it? I felt like you took advantage of her. Look, I'm not going to make any excuses, Ted said. I was very upset about Nicole divorcing me, and I had a weak moment. That's it. I like this brown on him. I like this. They used to have the other Ted wear a lot of dark colors because they like to dress this Ted in pinks and greens and stuff. But I really do like this chocolate brown on him. It looks really, really good. Eva says, believe it or not, I get it. I mean, I know how mama can be. Thank you for that, he says. She's like, which is why I'm here. I just came from dinner with her at the club. And, he says, I tried to tell her what happened between you was a mistake. It was, he says. And I was trying to keep her hope under control because that would be trouble for all of us. Hope, he says, nah. She was furious with me when she left here last night. Well, I hate to break it to you, Nick. She ain't furious no more. Oh, no, he says. She says, Do you want to hear Mama's version of events? I guess I better. Okay, and I quote, Nicole doesn't want Tad. And once he gets it through his thick but hot, sexy skull, you forgot sexy, he'll come back where he belongs. End quotes. He says, yeah, I'm sure that's the same sound you made when you released. Ah. Alrighty, we are back at the country club. I think that's Anita's hand. We see Chelsea marketing the bag from the Chelsea Cat brand. That's a cute bag. If I got one, it probably would be the blue one that they got. But it's cute. She's sitting there enjoying her own phone, looking at her granddaughter talking about these fucking purses. And like I fucking said, like clockwork, that fuck. Leslie sits down in the chair that Vernon left empty. Anita says, what the hell do you want? To talk to you about someone who is near and dear to your heart. If this is about Nicole, it isn't. Anita says, and what the fuck is it about? I'm busy. Leslie's ass talking about doing what? Eating alone? I saw the senator on the phone. But this won't take long. I need your help. Anita, with her stuffy nose, says, "Why on God's green earth would I help your ass?" Leslie's old phony ass. "Because you're the only person who can. I just need to talk to you about Barbara." Poor Anita. You know, whenever that is a sore spot when it comes to her heart, that guilt. And please don't show Leslie your weakness when it comes to Barbara. Please. Although she showed a little bit of it. But if this girl finds out that talking about Barbara is a weakness for Anita, that's it. Anita might as well go back in and cry like she did many moon episodes ago. Because that girl's going to always throw Barbara back in her face. Anita said, "Go fuck yourself." Well, she didn't say that. "Go screw yourself." We're back at the airport. So we see Daddy drinking. And so Andrea's back. Again, Tomo, good news. Here she go again. Bill and Haley are getting a divorce. It's like, how many times have we heard her say that same line these last two episodes? He says, "Still no, but the pilot has cleared us for takeoff." So, all right, Blackjack, here I fucking come. Andre, this is going to be so much fun. We're going to do it hangover style. She said, no, 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 no. My smile, honey, is framed at my dentist's office. And I am not sacrificing my first place position for anyone, no matter how cute they are. Andre says, "I will make sure that you and your teeth are unharmed." My hero, she says. He says, "Anything else that we find ourselves doing, we'll just leave it to the hands of fate." I think they might get married. If they get married while they out there, why the fuck not? I mean, damn, why not? All right, let's go, she says. "You know what? I thought I was the wild child." Andre was like, "Maybe, bitch, you done met your match." "Let's go, slots, here I come. I'll grab the bags," he says, and they go. So they take one more sip and they skedaddle. So we're back at the country club. And so Leslie tells Anita, "Go screw myself." Language, Auntie, language. Whew, Anita says, "Perhaps you've forgotten where I've come from, bitch." My thing is this. Leslie wants people to really choke the fuck out of her and then and shout victim, victim. Because why are you in this lady's space? I don't even understand why they don't have a restraining order so she can stay away from them, far away. Then they can get her arrested. Y'all got enough money to do a restraining order against her ass? Anita says, "Well, on the other hand, bitch, I have not." Ooh, she says, "And I advise you to step the fuck off right now before I take off my damn earrings and pull my Vaseline out of my purse, baby. You bitch." Leslie like, like it's like a cat. Auntie, I mean, why would you not tell me anything about my biological mammy? "Because I'm not going to allow you to use Barbara to emotionally manipulate me." "Well, you do know that I just recently found out that Barbara was my biological mother. She gave me to her girlfriend Peaches at birth, with one condition, that I never knew anything about her. Now, you and the articulates, I mean, you knew her. But see, now I have all these questions for you to tell me anything. I don't care if it's just small, just anything about her. Anita, please." We're back at Sherwood Forest, so Vanessa asks Nicole, "Girl, if you finna to divorce Ted, why the fuck do you care who he may or may not be sleeping with, girl?" Nicole says, I don't." Vanessa's like, "Bitch, please, honey. This is me you're talking to, you know?" Nicole says, "I know." Vanessa's like, "Bitch, you did not summon me over here to show me that tie because you don't care about it. You care. Admit it, bitch." Nicole says, "Fine. Fine. I care. I care that Ted has such horrible judgment that he would allow that loose cannon to run around Fairmont Crest airing out his dirty laundry. It's embarrassing." Vanessa's like, "For him or for you?" Nicole says, "For everybody. Imagine what people are saying at the club. I remember you lecturing Danny at that very club to take the high road." Nicole, "I didn't understand then. I was very comfortable in my false marriage." Vanessa says, "Nice misdirect, Madam Shrink. But I am going to state what is obvious here, okay? It bothers you that Ted may have slept with Leslie because no matter how angry you are at him in this moment, you love the man. Oh, you know it. And girl, you know I know it, so. Girl, so if you want answers about that fucking tie, honey, don't ask me. Ask his ass. All right, we're back at the Uptown, and so Joey tells Bill, all right now. I let Vanessa get under my skin. And this greedy asshole talking about he don't mind her being under his skin. That's weird. Bill says, and Doug, you don't mind his ass being out there to get your ass? And Joey was like, ha! As if he could. He is a gambler indeed. Yeah. Yeah, Bill said that was a bold ass move, but this time that nigga bet on the wrong fucking horse. You are a far more valuable ally than Doug could ever be. I like Joey's lapel pin. It's a is that a ace lapel pin? And I know Bill has one with his initials on it. I love those lapel pins. And so Joey was like, thank you for the heads up. Joey was like, you know what? I'm really curious though. How the fuck did you respond when he brought this opportunity to upend my life? Bill said, I told his ass the same thing I tell all my clients. I'll think about it. Good answer. Good answer. So Joey was like, well, think slow, because I need a little more time to think about what I want to do. Anything else? Bill asked Joey. Joey shook his head like, nah, I got this. So Bill was like, of course now. Remember, we ain't never had this conversation. And Joey was like, oh, we stuck to safe ground. We talked about the weather. We talked about the crab cakes. Even the commanders. Yeah. No, the crabs, honey. Crab cakes. I had a really good crab cake sandwich the other day here in North Carolina. I was really shocked because the great ones are up there in Maryland, D.C., in Virginia area. But I was really surprised. Yum yum. Still trying to get used to the commanders' names. I'm not gonna say what the names it used to be, but I'm stuck on that. I'm still trying to get used to this commander's name. But anyway, yeah. So we're back at Orphy Jeans, and we see the lady put this big ass milkshake and burger and fries in front of Dougie, and so Randy was like, "Nigga, you act like you ain't worried at all." Um, and Dougie was like, what you mean about Bill Hamilton pulling a fast one? He takes a bite of his fry. He says, I'm not. Yes. And so Randy says, you think that's smart? There's no way that Bill is going to cross a brother for some two-bit slimy good fella. Not a good fella. Randy was like, nigga, don't underestimate Bill. He's telling him without telling him. You know what I'm saying? That milkshake looked fucking good. God, dog. Make me want one. I'm gonna go get one tomorrow since I got the week off. I don't know if I'm gonna put them pictures back on there this week. I'll do it probably next week or maybe starting in October. I'll start back doing the picture thing. Then I'll be going out of town a little bit. But whew. He's telling you, Doug, listen, nigga. Randy said the only color that damn Bill sees is green, and that's the exact language that Joey Armstrong speaks. Well, you made me right, Dougie says. Ain't a fuck thing I can do about it right now. Chewing that damn fry. Randy said, you know what? Maybe there's a move I can make. Dougie says, I'm listening. Randy tells him about this guy he knows. He's a source. Maybe he can help them see which way the wind is blowing. I wonder is that tall Asian guy that he hired that time after Randy left. So he was like, well, who's your source? And Randy says, he's a confidential nigga. I ain't gonna sit here and tell you. I wonder is it Isaiah? I know y'all keep talking. You keep talking about Isaiah's ass. I talk about more about him than anything else, and that baby he ain't even probably ain't start recording yet. But when he come, I'm gonna be so happy. I'm gonna be so happy to see Isaiah. Again, that's gonna be Jacob's brother. I'm trying to figure out if he's a professor or is he a cop. I don't know what Isaiah is doing, but he'll be there. He's coming, baby. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Back at the country club, Leslie. I never had a chance to know my birth mother. Barbara gave me up, and then she took her own life. But you both were young girls together. You probably knew her better than anyone. Well, all I'm doing is asking, if you could just give me a little bit more insight of who she was. Why the fuck should I give you anything when you have brought nothing but heartache and pain since you've darkened our door? But you are Barbara's flesh and blood, and the child you were should have had the opportunity to know her birth mother. Maybe you would be a half decent human being if you had. Well, Leslie says, I guess I'll take that as a no. At least I tried. So she gets up and grabs her purse. That's a bad, thick ass belt she got on. Anita says she would want you to know that she was smart. Leslie is smart and scrappy. Barbara wasn't afraid of anything or anybody. There would be no articulates if it hadn't been for Barbara. Leslie says, but she was let go. Anita says, yes. Leslie, tell me more. Don't trust her, Anita. You're giving her too much ammunition. She gonna throw that shit in your face at a later date. I see it. Oh, my third eye sees it. She's gonna throw that shit in your face. Oh my God. Please, she says. Anita says, we grew up in Cabrini Green in Chicago. The projects, Leslie says. Anita says, yes. Ever since we were kids, we wanted to sing. And at every party, picnic, or parade, we would get up and do just that. Barbara even got us booked at the Bud Billiken parade. I used to love watching that parade whenever they would show WGN on cable channels. I used to love, I've never been to Chicago, but watching the Bud Billiken parade was such, when did it come on Thanksgiving? Anybody from Chicago, let me know, when does the Bud Billiken parade normally do it? And do they still do it? But I used to watch it every year on WGN, whatever cable channel, if we had direct TV or whatever it was. It's like a holiday thing, but I used to love it because it was black. Blah. Yeah, I used to love it. So anybody from Chicago, if you know about Chicago, when is the Bud Billiken parade? And I would love to know, have you ever gone? And its origins. Are you able to share that with me? Okay, back to the show. Anita continues to tell her that they rode on a pink float and they all wore matching dresses, which Barbara made, by the way. Oh, wow. She sewed too? Mm-hmm. If anybody wanted a group like the Supremes, but they couldn't afford them, we were right there to step in, wearing something that Barbara whipped up. We would sit in the stairwell of our building, practicing our harmonies night after night. Leslie, what did you admire about her? Everything. She had an ear that we all wished we had. And our motto, better together, sisters forever, articulate strong. We meant that shit. We were all diamonds in the rough. But being in the group shined us up. Except for Barbara, who never really lost her street edge. That's why I was so shocked when I don't think she did it, y'all. For her to have that much love and luster for life and music and stuff, it makes me wonder, was it a breakup that caused it? I don't think it had anything to do with her getting out of the group. It was a man. It was a nigga. I don't know if he did it to her or he caused her to do it, because some people will do that to themselves. Because, if I can't have you, I don't want to be in this world without you type of shit. It's a man. Leslie tells Anita that was a beautiful tribute that you guys gave for her at the concert. Thank you. Thank you, Anita, for all of this. It was refreshing. And thank you for painting a picture of my mother that I never knew. It means a lot. She's getting all choked up, honey. I don't even trust them tears of Leslie's. I really don't. So she leaves, and so Bill comes in, and he's on the phone leaving a message for Naomi, telling her that he looks forward to having dinner with her in Chelsea at the country club tonight. So, hoping either Vernon is going to probably run into him in the lobby or Leslie, either one. So actually, it's Doug. Doug comes there with a suit on, and so Bill was like, "Wait a minute, you're not here for me, are you?" "Oh, no, no, I'm having dinner with my wife." Wow. "I'm glad I ran into you," Doug says. We're still on the same page about what we discussed earlier, right?" Vanessa says, "Bill Hamilton, 2 times in one day. Lucky me." Wow, don't drag. No, Vanessa, don't say nothing, Vanessa, please. "Are you joining us for dinner?" Vanessa says to Bill. Bill says, "No can do. I'm joining my dinner. My daughters here. Yeah, I'm meeting with my daughters. Yeah." Ooh, he says, it was nice to see you earlier. And he walks away, and Doug is looking at her like, what the fuck he talking about? And she's like, yikes. Ooh, Doug says, you saw Bill? Oh, yeah, I bumped into him at Orphe Jean's. No, you didn't, bitch, because he was there at Orphe Jean's. So we know you're lying. What were you two talking about? She asked Doug. He says, golf. Wow. Shall we? So they go into the dining area so they can sit down and have dinner. We're back at the hotel. So Eva with her loud ass. So now that you know exactly where Mama's head is at. I mean, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? Well, not get drunk and sleep with her ass again for starters. Probably for the best. I played a big part in my marriage. My life falling apart, Ted says. So many things I wish I'd done differently. But all I can do now is just pick up the pieces. So he slides the divorce paperwork over there to Eva. So he said he's still holding on hope that he can slow down the divorce train long enough to change Nicole's mind. Eva and her baby hairs are looking at the paper. She says, good luck with that. And I'm not being snarky. I mean it. He says, thank you for that. And he says again, I'm very sorry about me and your mother, and there's no excuse. She says, thanks for saying that. He says, can you forgive me? She leans back like, I mean, after the way you forgave me? You made sure that I had a place to stay, and you trusted me to manage your clinic. And on top of all of that, you are my dad. Yeah, I can forgive you. He says, thank you, Eva. So she leaves, and so he goes back to put the papers back in the envelope. I'm like, when does Ted do surgery? Because we have, we have yet to see this man with the scalpel. I mean, then we all know who that is. So he runs to the door. He's thinking it's Eva. Did you forget something? And so he opens the door, and so she slams the tie in his chest. I didn't forget a thing, but apparently you did. Ooh, Nicole, you's a bitch. He says, where the fuck you get this? She says, from your old girlfriend, Dana. I ran into her at the club and she asked me to return it to you, Nicole says. She somehow ended up with it after the two of you had sex. Or that's at least what she would like for me to believe. Maybe you like to clear things up. All right, we have this tangerine dream that Anita is wearing there in the lobby, and she says, there you are. I was thinking that you almost forgot about me. And so Vernon was like, oh, darling, I came out here to reach Danny, and I couldn't get her. Then I got stuck on a call with the dean from Banneker about next semester, and it's okay, she says, it's okay. So, you weren't able to reach Danny? Vernon says he did. He could. He finally reached Danny, but he could barely hear her. You know why, honey? Because her ass is on an airplane, apparently. She was taking calls on a plane, Anita says. Vernon says she was flying a private. Did she say with who? I'm not sure, he says. I sort of made out friend. He's like, frankly, she sounded pissy ass drunk. Oh, as he says, she sounded inebriated. Oh, she's probably somewhere with Pamela. That's what Anita says. Feet up, drinking champagne, and handling agency business. Did they say where they were headed? I think she said Vegas. Anita says, oh, well, see, now I'm nervous. Drunk on a plane headed to Las Vegas. What could go wrong? Verna says, our baby's a grown woman, honey. All we could do at this point is put it on the Lord. Amen. She taps him on the leg. She says, well, while you were gone, I had company. Our new neighbor. He says, oh, God, not Leslie Thomas. Did she give you a hard time? Surprisingly, no, she says. To tell you the truth, I don't, I can't necessarily say that we bonded, because that is not the fucking right word. But, we did have a moment. Vernon says, wait a minute. Are you telling me that you connected with that woman? Absolutely not. I connected with Barbara. So we are back at the Roach Motel, and we see Leslie on the couch looking at that old picture, the Barbara picture that we saw at the end of the tribute with the afro puff, and we hear her at the door, and who that? This shit has got to be in her head because he has on a white shirt. He had the tie in his hand. He says, Nicole gave this back to me. She said that she gave it. She got it from you. This can't be true because he's at the room with Nicole with all brown on. So this is all in Leslie's imagination. Got to be. Is if he starts kissing her, yes, it's definitely her imagination. It will just imagination once again. Hey, running away from the hey, it was just my imagination running away with me. Yes, y'all knew I had to sing a song in here. I ain't singing on the last one, but I had to do it on here. Girl, you know she married to one of the Temptations, honey. Go, let me push play to see this bullshit. Child, he come on there talking about, don't worry, I'm not going to yell at you unless you want me to, and I can have some choice words and shit. He takes the tie and ties it around her fucking wrist. That's some bullshit. How do you feel about this? He says. Oh, kinky, like the old days. Yes, teddy bear. Did they really fuck? It makes me wonder, did they? She says, he says, She says, let's do it all. Mm, grab some whipped cream. Tie me up. Throw me against the wall. Oh, baby, I'm ready. He says, I bet you are. Too bad this shit is all in your mind. And it was like an echo. She says, what? So she woke the fuck up. She was asleep. So we're back in the room, and so Nicole tells Ted, tell me the truth. Did you leave that at Leslie's after some sordid liaison? No, no. She came over in that room, baby. Yep. They look so cute together, but it's gonna be a long time because Leslie has to get involved with Carlton, and we ain't even near that yet. So I'm not gonna get my hopes up. Did I say Leslie has to get involved with Carlton? I mean Nicole has to get involved with Carlton. Y'all know I be fucking up names. Okay, all right. I see you, Ted. I see you. He says, I haven't been to Leslie's and I don't know when. And it's the truth. He has it. He answered her question how she asked it. I got it. I got you, Ted. Let's see what else you gonna tell her. How else you gonna spin this? So she okay. Nicole says, so her ass came here. Hmm. He's avoiding. He said, well, you know what? She must have swiped it from our room. You know, Eva lives here too. Right. It's not like she hasn't managed to let herself in here before, right? Mm. So you didn't sleep with her, Nicole says. Okay, I'm gonna wait. You can say, well, we really didn't sleep, so we really didn't go to sleep. But mm. How you gonna spend this, Ted? Let's see. Let me push play. He doesn't say anything, and she's like, I need to hear it, Ted. He says, I will not repeat my past mistakes and I will not lie to you. She just nodded her head. She said, you did it. He says, I did. He says, baby, I'm sorry. I had just gotten those damn papers. I was wrecked. I got wasted on a bottle of bourbon. She came by and it was a mistake. You have to know that. What a convenient time for remorse, Nicole says. He says, look, it was a drunky moment. I regretted that shit instantly. Nicole says, yeah? Like your last regrettable mistake? Oh, God. He says the famous last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words. I'm sorry. It will never happen again. He was like, look, you found the papers. And judging by your reaction, it's as if you still care about me. Do you? She's just like, she didn't say anything. He said, look, I'm sorry, okay? Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Look, I made a mistake, okay? I wasn't in my right mind. You're right. I do care. Because it's really something very powerful that I can use against your ass in court. Damn, Nicole. Oh, Nicole, I'm sorry, please. She said, you are fucking sorry. Go to hell, Ted. Well, that was the end of that episode. Very powerful, very heavy. Very good week. Very good week of episodes when I was able to remember Oh, I can't wait to get back on my regular schedule cussing program, honey. But very, very good week. Very good week. All right, let's see what's going to happen on next week's episodes. Okay, so we are in Vegas, and so we see Anita dressed there with some little church glitter shoes. I guess it was like a damn. It's supposed to be. It's Anita, but it might be a cross dresser. I don't know, honey. Or unless they both are looking like, what the fuck is going? We don't say hi. We say bye bye. Big girls don't lie. Big girls don't cry. All we really say is really bye bye. Let me rewind that. We don't ask why. We say bye bye bye. So it is Anita dressed in drag, but maybe she's pretending to be a drag person. Unless that's a really great fucking drag queen. Because you know there's a lot of drag that goes on in Vegas. So we have Joey and Nessa. He's talking about he want to take her on vacation. Vacation. And so he has a request, and Vanessa says, name it. Take off your wedding ring. And so Doug is talking about this marriage game. This marriage game ain't nothing but a high stakes gamble. And the odds ain't never in your fucking favor. Guess who's back, baby? My boo! Marcel! So Jacob is on the phone. He says, Vanessa, I really need to talk to you. It's a very important matter that I need to talk to you about. And you can see Marcel. I was just thinking about him right before I started recording episode number 132. I'm like, where's Marcel? Where's Elon? We need to bring these brothers back. Out now, the kidnapping is all over with. We need to bring back Marcel. Okay? Jacob, what's going on? She says. So I'm assuming that Dougie talked to Joey. I mean, talked to Jacob about what Joey is up to. So yeah, ciao. And that's the end of what's going to go on next week. It does look like it's going to be a lot popping. We'll see. But I'm happy to see Marcel back. Talk to you later, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.